Hi, it's Momo here. Hold on, excuse me. Um, I hadn't been able to do much on my YouTube in quite a while. Um, everybody know, as most of you know, that Doug got diagnosed with cancer the first time January 19th of 2019. Um, he went through 35 rounds of chemo. 35 rounds of radiation and 14 rounds of chemo, and beat it. Um, he was through, let's see, that was in June of 2019. Well, and then February the 18th, no, January the 18th of 2020, he got diagnosed again. It started out in his uvula, which is that little wiggly thing in the back of your throat. So they took all of his teeth out for radiation, then they cut his uvula out, his tonsils, his soft palate, and part of his hard palate, in the roof of his mouth. Um, so in 2020, they went in and they, um, because he still had some lymph nodes that had cancer in it that come back. So they cut him from here to here and took all the lymph nodes out and the cancer out over here. Done good with that. Well, uh, January of this year, he got diagnosed with cancer on this side, on the left side, in his lymph nodes. So they went in February 19th and they cut him from here all the way down to here and took the lymph nodes out. He was having trouble with swelling here and here and had trouble breathing because lymph nodes is what pushes the fluid out of your body. So with this cancer and this cancer, they done 35 rounds of radiation at low dose. Well, with this cancer, because it was so aggressive, they done 5 rounds of radiation high dose, and he didn't have to have no chemo with it. Well, that was February 19th. They done the surgery. Then they done the 5 rounds of radiation. The end of February, the 1st of March. Well, the radiation burned him so bad that it put a hole around his carotid artery, and it was a non-healing wound from the radiation, is what they called it. But it was so deep, I could sit there and watch his carotid artery pump blood through it. Well, they sent him to the sorry y'all, I'm tired. The hyperbaric chamber. Put him in there, and it was doing good. Well, then, because it started growing new skin, they stopped the chamber. And then it just stopped progressing. It wouldn't get no better. So I took him back to the surgeon that done the surgery, and so September the 13th, they went in and they cut him back open, and there was a spot on the back of his throat and the back of his tongue they took off, because it looked suspicious, but it come back negative for cancer. And uh, they said that back behind the hole, all through here, was infection, and he was hot, like rock hard and swollen from here to here. That was infection. And then back here, he had a big knot, and it was full of infection. So that was September 13th. They put a wound back on it. In September, he came home. September the 17th, home health nurse come out to change his wound back, and she tested his vital signs, and his oxygen level was low, his blood pressure was low. So I took him back to the hospital, and they admitted him. They said he had pneumonia. Well, I had him sent back to UAB, which is up in Birmingham, Alabama. And so September the 23rd, they went in, said he was going to have a trach because all of this was filled up with infection, and he wouldn't get enough oxygen in because it was so swollen and all that. So anyway, September 23rd, they put a feeding tube in called a JPEG. Then September the 27th, they cut him right here behind his ear, right down through here, all the way to the middle of his throat. They put a trach in. They took from his left, like right here at his armpit, about halfway across his chest, and took the pec muscle out and put over his carotid, and then took a piece of skin off his leg and put that skin graft over top of it, and put the trach in. So, I mean, he looked rough. He looked like they took a chainsaw to him. But so this part is still healing. His leg is still healing. His chest, most they could take most of the staples out, but he still got the drain tube coming out of his chest. He did have 7 drain tubes, but he's only got 1 now. So Friday, what's today? The 8th, they sent him home. Well, on account of COVID, I wasn't able to go up there every day. And I have a niece that's got cerebral palsy that's 35 years old. And then we're raising our 2 granddaughters. And so it was hard for me to find somebody to sit with my niece. But anyway, me and my niece went up there and picked him up from the hospital Friday morning. And they had me believing that he had been doing good. He was getting up, going to the bathroom by himself. He was walking down the halls, that he was taking a mirror and suctioning his own self out, cleaning it around the trach and everything. But when they pushed him out of that hospital Friday morning, I knew they had lied to me. He looked like death warmed over. So brought him home. Home health nurse come out. And he done good just to sit up on the side of the bed. Well, we had to call the ambulance out here Friday because the suction machine they sent home wasn't working. So the ambulance had to come and suction his trach out. So we got that fixed. Got him another suction machine. Got his new medication and everything. Well, anyway, Saturday morning, which was the 9th, I tried from 7 to 9 o'clock that morning. He was responsive to me, but it was like I'd have to call his name 4 or 5 times, and he would open his eyes and he'd just stare at me. And when I moved, like, his eyes wouldn't move. He was just staring in one spot. So, me and my 10-year-old granddaughter, I called her in here and told her, I said, you hold him, you get behind him, and if he goes to fall back, then you hold him up so I can sit him up and give him his medicine and his feeding tube. So I got him set up and I let go of him. Well, he just laid over to the side, and with that trach, he could put his finger over the hole and he could talk a little bit. But anyway, I looked at him, I said, are you okay, Doug? And he shook his head no. And I said, no, don't worry about your trach. I said, just tell me and I'll read your lips. And he says, get me help, call 911. So I called 911, the ambulance gets here, and he couldn't even hold his arm up. I told him, I said, I got your hand, I said, but your arm, I said, when I let go, you hold it up. So I let go and it just went down. His legs was like that. He was white as a ghost. So the ambulance got here. His oxygen level was in the 40s. Well, it went to 40. His heart rate was down to 50, and then it come up to 60. His blood pressure was like, I think the lowest was like 86 over 40, or over 40, 86 over 42. So they took him to the local hospital. They done blood work, x-rays, all kind of stuff. Your heart has an enzyme that, I can't remember what they called it, but if it's elevated, excuse me, if it's elevated, it means that you've had some kind of damage to your heart. And then his kidneys was trying to fail on him, and they told me that he was septic. And I'm sorry, but you don't get septic overnight, so they sent him home septic. Oh, let me back up a little bit. Last Wednesday, they took him down and done a scan of his chest and found out he had a blood clot. So they sent him home with a blood clot. Well, my mom went blank, y'all. So they sent him back to UAB Saturday afternoon. Well, they got him up there, and he's got 2 bed sores, septic, kidneys failing. And I talked to the cardiologist today, and they said that they can tell by the damage that was done to your heart by the level of the enzymes. And they said his enzymes was so high that tells him that he had a sufficient amount of damage done to his heart. And they think he had a heart attack from Tuesday to now, or Tuesday until Saturday, in between there. So I got to go see him today, and the color in his face, he looks better. His spirits are up a little bit, but he's still not out of the woods. He's cancer free. But now he's got all this other stuff. Please pray for him. He's got a good heart. He's got a spirit about him that just lights up a room. He would give you his shirt off his back. Well, y'all know that. I mean, y'all never met most of you's never met him, but y'all know how he is. So I don't know. I know that prayer is the most powerful thing we can do. And God can do miracles. He does miracles every day. Okay? I have hope. I have faith. And my faith is very strong. I believe he does gonna walk out of that hospital and he's gonna feel better than he did when he was younger. God's gonna take every bit of it away from him, and he's gonna tell Doug, all right, you gonna go on home with the mama and to your granddaughters and your niece and your friends and your family. And I believe that. I know that. That he's got so many people praying for him. I'm gonna tell y'all, whatever evil that is around him right now or in his body or whatever, it's getting scared. It's gonna come out. And Doug's coming home. I want to thank each and every one of you for the kind words, the phone calls, the text messages, the prayers, the Facebook comments, the post. Keep the prayers going, please. That's my best friend. We've been married 24 years. My Aunt Janice, she took me over and introduced me to Doug the first time. Well, when we left that night, Aunt Janice asked me, says, so what do you think about Doug? And I said, Aunt Janice, you ought to know me better now. I said, that's the biggest jerk I ever met. Boy, did I eat my words. 2.5 years later, I married him. I'd do it all over again, too. We've had our ups, we had our downs. But I think our love grows every day. I can talk to him about anything. He talks to me. He's my best friend. He's my husband. And he's coming home. He's coming home. But y'all just please continue the prayers. Because that's what he needs, the prayers. And we love y'all. And when Doug comes back, when Doug gets home, I'm going to encourage him to get back on YouTube. Because that's what he that's his thing. I'm going to try to start mine back up. We're going to start trying to support everybody again. But we appreciate each and every one of you. We love each and every one of you. I love my YouTube family. So, but just please, please, please keep the prayers. And there's a lot of people on you, a lot of y'all on YouTube that I pray for, uh, that I think about, and it's what. And look, my battery won't last long enough to name all y'all. So, uh, uh, but loves, hugs, and prayers. And we love y'all. Bye for now, and I will try to do more updates on YouTube and on Facebook. And on Facebook, you can look me up at Sandra Gayle, Gayle Sweener. Sweener, but you know that. But so just look me up, shoot me a message, or leave a comment under this, and I'll get back with you. But I will try to keep y'all updated, okay? And if I forget and it's a few days, just don't get upset with me. I will keep y'all updated some way somehow. But I love y'all. I gotta get in bed because I got two little rugrats. Well, one of them's in my bed now. I gotta get up at 5 in the morning, and it's already, oh goodness, it's 15 to 1 here. So I'm gonna go for now. I love y'all. Loves, hugs, and prayers. Bye.